it up.
Come on.
Now we're fucking rolling.
Now
Hell
we're fucking
yeah.
rolling.
It's the Giro wrap-up, motherfuckers.
This is the Giro wrap-up. But before we get into that, this is Ryan.
Yep.
Spelled wrong still. I'm Carl, hostess, always the mostest. And RJ, raging the jackhammer. And since we're in Giro mode this year, we're going to start with this Italian beer right here. I don't know how to pronounce that. Menabrea?
I think it's Menabrea.
Are you sure it's not Bray?
I mean, there's an A at the end of that.
Yes. So is Brea?
So would you pronounce the name Andre?
Yes.
Okay. So
Then it's Menabrea.
well, then fuck me, I guess.
Okay. Beyonda, premium lager.
I think that's a blonde.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. I took Italian in high school.
Oh, I thought so. I know Italian. Pizza.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Lasagna.
Pasta.
Lasagna.
Spaghetti.
What's your favorite?
Spaghetti.
Is your favorite noodle the Lamborghini?
We're going to try this warm beer.
Tasty.
I've never heard of this beer, but I have a feeling it's not going to impress me that much. I could be wrong.
Such a nice wing.
Whoa! Oh, that's your glass. Oh, I just poured your glass.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, there's my traditional flick at the lens. That was way the fuck off.
Sauce.
Not even close.
Not even close. That was
Horrible. Fucking
terrible.
failure to launch.
that was a broken bottle cap right there. Okay.
Ooh,
Wow, almost on the rebound though. You almost hit the back of the camera.
Okay. No head whatsoever, but this is a lager, I'm assuming.
yeah, tastes like
Yes, premium lager.
premium.
Premium, as opposed to. Does anybody ever put on there marginal lager?
Dog shit lager.
Yeah.
So.
Fair to Midlands.
Fair lager, average lager.
Not our
okay.
best.
There is SOK.
There is S. Okay. It's okay.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's
It
all
needs to be cold.
If only we
Not bad though.
had a device. Man drinks cold.
It's called a fridge and a freezer
Or ice.
or ice.
When did you buy this?
About an hour ago.
And it's not cold?
It's not cold. It came off
Buy it from
the
a
aisle,
refrigerated section.
obviously.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's only 90-something degrees outside. Okay, so what do you think?
86 in here.
It's not bad.
It's not
A little
bad.
fruity.
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 It's a lager, obviously, but I could drink that. It's not bad.
Yeah, I could too. There's nothing offensive about it.
If
Yeah,
it
I'll
was
be
about
honest,
20
I
degrees
think
colder,
that
I
might
could
be
drink a
my
lot.
favorite so far. Of like the beers.
Get out.
Yeah.
We've had
Like if that were cold, that
Japanese beers.
that
We've
would
had-
almost be refreshing.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree. As far as lagers go, I'm going to say it's one of my favorite lagers I've had, even though it's warm.
Wow.
Yeah. It's kind of, yeah, I agree with you. It's a little citrusy.
And you're like a real beer degenerate.
Totally.
If it was 20 degrees colder, it'd be great.
I know. I think it would go up like 1 or 2
You'd
notches
be
if it
concerned
were.
we didn't have enough.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if I can find the alcohol content. Well, you can guess first.
I'm going.
Actually, we should have our producer do this right now.
I'm
It's too
going.
late now.
I'm going
You see it?
4.
I just saw it, but it was from moving forward.
I'm going 4-7.
You're so full of crap.
What?
Anyways, what are you guessing?
It's either 4.5 or 5 because it's a lot.
4.2.
4.7.
Oh, shoot.
Really? Huh?
I thought you snuck a peek because that's what
It
I was.
is?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No way.
There is a way.
It's 4.8.
What did I say? 4.7?
You said
You
4.7.
guessed 4.7.
I guessed 4.7.
Sorry. 4.8.
I still win by Price is Right rules.
Yes.
Wow.
So yeah, I would pick up more of these.
All right.
I have no. Where did you get this from?
Total Wine.
Huh.
Over at Faltor.
I have never heard of this. It's kind of a nice label. Very traditional.
It was either that or Peroni.
Oh.
And everybody's had a Peroni at one point in their life, I think.
My
but
goal
this
was
is-
I wanted to find the weirdest shit I could.
Menabrea.
Men of Brea.
Menabrea.
It's Men of Brea,
Yes, it's a
city in California.
Fullerton
Great
adjacent.
city.
Yes. All right. Speaking of Italian, that's our segue.
Yeah. Okay. So
Giro.
we had the last week of the Giro.
I think one of the most interesting things was finding out their backup plan, UAE's backup plan, which they were not expecting. At least that's
Is it a backup plan if your first plan never
Never
ever had a
materialized.
shot?
right. Well, I didn't know. I don't think they had a serious backup plan. I don't think they saw.
I don't think they planned on any of what. I think what it was
Yes,
was
they just
yeah.
went
There's
with
no way this is gonna work. We're still going for Ayuso, and then Ayuso was just
Stung by a bee.
Not there.
Forgot about that. I can't talk shit. I'd have to abandon a race if I got stung by a bee. I'm allergic.
Yeah, he didn't do so well with the bee sting either. And
Well, he
was
also
pretty jacked.
crashed that day.
He also crashed. So it was just one thing after another.
The only way it could have gotten worse if a fan just walked up and kicked him in the nuts as he was getting back in the car.
Back on the bike.
True.
Fucking cunt punt. Sparta kick to the groin.
But I think they were pleasantly surprised, and I think a lot of people were pretty surprised about how well this guy did. You know, Del Toro was huge. I mean, we're spoiling it. We saw the end, but like the fact that he got as far as he did against a pretty heavy cast of.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody would have put money on him in Vegas,
no.
right?
Nobody would have put money on Yates either, though, after the first 2 weeks.
I feel like Yates was a
If you had
stronger-
$100, you'd probably put it on Yates versus Del Toro, though.
He was plus 3,300 going into the second to the last stage to win the Giro.
Yates was?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He could have made a fuck ton of money on that.
Could have made a good money.
If
That would
you
have
did-
been a Bitcoin payoff, right?
I was
there.
say, if you did have money on Yates, you're not talking to us anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but think about how much more money you would have had if you had money on Del Toro. Nobody saw that one coming.
No, but what I gotta say about Del Toro is he rode the race super strong. None of the attacks really. If he marked an attack, it never got away. Until it did.
But he was riding on pure ability because early on, I don't think there was any kind of.
I mean, he's super young, so
That's what I mean. He's super young. He's inexperienced. You know.
clearly.
Well, and he. I mean, it's not getting coached to do this, do that, and like stay near this guy or whatever. He just did it on his own, and was able to.
I would. What
And
doesn't
I'm
make sense to
thinking
me
minimum.
is stage. What was it? 19 or 20 when Yates attacked? Was that 20?
20.
Okay, stage 20 when Yates attacked.
Mm-hmm.
I would expect that the entire UAE team car is having like Vietnam flashbacks of when Pogačar lost the tour to Vingegaard, and because it was the same thing. It was we're going to go ahead and attack out of nowhere, and then we've got Wout up the road, and then we're going to go ahead and have Wout pull this guy to an advantage.
I think
that
that there was too much damage already done at that point, and then that put the nail in the coffin.
But it was like he had the gun aimed squarely at his foot and just would not let off the trigger, because the only time he did any work was when Carapaz started to like.
Well,
I
think
just
that's
say,
where,
all right, fuck it.
I think that's where his inexperience came through. It's just like the team's strategy and everything leading up was Mark Carapaz stay on his wheels. If Simon goes up, you got whatever. How much did he have? Like 3 minutes plus.
10.
But the team
Oh, it
car
wasn't
had
that
to have
much.
been telling him that like, hey,
You better go
Yates
now.
is at like 4 minutes. Maybe you should stop fucking
I
around
bet
with
you-
Carapaz.
I bet you
and-
they did before that, but maybe he just didn't have it. I don't know. I'm only guessing because I mean that was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah.
Because he basically was just like, I'm going to ride to defend second today.
Yeah. First is going up the road, and I'm going to watch it right away from me.
I mean, it had. I don't know.
I don't know if he had the ability to. Maybe I mean he didn't look bad. He looked.
It wasn't all
fine.
the work he was doing with Carapaz.
Yeah, he covered all the attacks Carapaz put.
He
into
wasn't tired at the end of the stage.
Yeah, it was
looked
just
fresh.
it was just like he didn't realize Yates was up the road.
Yeah, and it's almost like he thought, like, looking at Carapaz, like, are you going to cover that? Because she's taking your, second place away. And then it's all of a sudden, it's like, wait, he's taking my first place away, but then it's too late. But then it got worse.
Well, and you could tell the way Carapaz was riding, he didn't have any pressure. Because
Right.
he's like, I'm
I already won this race.
I'm gonna get third.
Right, no matter what.
So
Whether first or second swaps, I don't care.
yeah, it's like
Carapaz like 30 seconds, 40 seconds
From Del Toro?
from Del Toro.
Yeah, he wasn't
Yeah.
that far
He was
down.
under
That
a
was the
minute.
whole point of marking
less
him
than
in
a
the
minute.
first place. Yeah, I mean, he lost all his teammates by that point. I mean, it was bad. It was
But
a really
Carapaz
bad.
never had teammates.
No, I'm talking
Right.
about Del Toro.
Oh,
He didn't have any teammates either. Nobody to kind of like, okay, I'm going to help you bridge up or whatever. He was alone at that point.
Yeah.
And either his earpiece switched over to, French or something. He didn't understand what's going on.
Where's my Spanish?
He's like, I can no tiendo. Yeah.
Anaerobic. He can't remember how to speak. He can't remember how to speak English.
Yeah.
No Nintendo.
No Nintendo.
Well, the DSs for UAE and EF should be fired after that debacle.
Yeah, somebody's
No,
going to answer.
EF was fine, and I hate Jonathan Botters, but like, EF had to have just been laughing their ass off the entire stage
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they're like, okay, well, we're not going to gain
They
anything.
can't be
from this,
that
but
happy
we're not
about
gonna
though,
lose
because
it.
they
Yes, we're
lost a
third.
position.
Yeah, but you think it's going to
Second
make
to
40
third.
seconds up? 30, 40 seconds
Yeah.
up?
I mean, do you honestly think that they were going to tell Carapaz to go cover that attack on behalf of the person they're trying to beat?
Yeah. Well, let's back it up to be previously to that.
And second or third at the Giro doesn't really matter.
True, that's a good point. Yeah, it matters to somebody,
Money.
the team.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
nobody's like, hey, remember when EF
Yeah,
got
you-
second in the Giro? Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, UA was definitely that. That's totally there. Somebody's going to be having a bad conversation later on about that. Leading up to that, though, talking about like nobody saw any of this coming. What about Roglic?
Yeah.
No, checks out. Roglic does two things. He either just absolutely beats the fuck out of everybody,
Or he
or he
crashes.
abandons.
Or he crashes.
Yeah.
And then he abandons.
Yeah.
I mean, he
So-
crashed 3 times before
Yeah.
he abandoned.
Right.
When he's in that crash mode, he's no good.
Yeah.
Now, I'm kind of excited because I know he's planning on doing the tour, and he might be a little fresher for the tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he quit early enough.
Yeah.
He's got enough time to recover. That may have brought his fitness up a bit without hurting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was, his teammate got a stage win, Nico Denz. The stage after Roglic abandoned, and then Pellizzari was fucking strong also,
Yeah.
which will be kind of exciting to see where he goes because I know he's kind of like one of the junior GC people at Red Bull.
I really like the fact that it really shook up a lot of what people thought were going to happen in terms of like the up and comers. Nobody saw that, and the veteran like Yates. Nobody thought he would take it.
No.
So that was kind of interesting that way.
Oh, he totally froomed the entire thing.
Yeah.
He was
was 5
really
minutes better
nowhere
than
to be
Froome.
seen.
Yeah,
He was what?
5 minutes better than Froome on that climb.
Which is wild.
That's
because-
crazy.
Because Froome's GC gap was like 45 minutes
Yeah.
when he did his whole like stage 19 raid.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
He nearly broomwagoned half the race.
yeah. When he was in his prime, it was scary, and Yates just somehow one-upped him.
Recently, somebody was talking shit on the internet about Froome. They're like, "Oh yeah, he was totally motor doping," and I'm like, "So now he's just become a C-grade domestique
If
because
that.
he decided to stop riding the dope bike?" Nah,
Yeah.
dude got injured and unfortunately
He doesn't ride the same way at all either. The way he rides a bike.
Oh, and you look at him on the bike, just
That's what I mean.
his physical composition looks.
His physical and the way he pedals a bike. He used to pedal at like 130 RPM,
With his
and now he's
wacky
like
ass
90.
chain
He looks like a normal pedaling stroke now. And
I wonder if that was because of his wacky ass chain rings.
yeah, totally. His rectangular.
Yeah, his fucking cam-shaped chain ring.
Yeah, there's so many things that are interesting. But anyways, where are we at with things? Maybe we should wrap this one up.
All right.
I think so.
I think we're good.
I think we're good. That was an interesting Giro, and usually I'm not a big
We're gonna
Pages
have-
fan.
We're
That's
gonna
co-
have some really angry Mexican cycling fans.
Wow,
Well, no, think about it.
I'm a fan of his now.
No, I think Del Toro will be good, but
Oh, he's
I
been
gotta
great.
say I was kind of
He blew up in spectacular fashion.
Yeah, but I was stoked to see Del Toro doing better than Ayuso because I feel like Ayuso's presence in the media has been super fucking arrogant. And because I think there's been like 3 or 4 press releases where he's like, I want to be better than Pogacar. I'm gonna be there. I'm this. I'm whatever. It's like I just need opportunities, and like this Giro was supposed to be his opportunity, and he was in
Failed
the shadow
spectacular.
of Del Toro the entire time.
Yes.
Shit the bed.
I thought that was really interesting, though, that completely flipped the script, though, with Del Toro and Yates. And I thought it was a really interesting. And then the fact that Roglic was never really a serious threat, especially when he started crashing and everything, and then it was over.
No, if I was UAE, I would be like, okay, stop spending money on riders, start spending money on DSs,
Yeah.
because whoever does their strategy needs to go ahead and have a chat with somebody who's
Yeah.
like,
You
have
are
ever
not
seen
a
the
coach.
races you've done here?
You are not a coach anymore for the rest of your life.
Well, and when they're dealing with Pogacar, it's fine because he can just outride everybody.
Right.
But when you have a team of mortals,
Yeah. You better have your.
You
better
better
have,
actually-
especially an inexperienced rider like that needs help.
yeah,
That needs some talking in the ear, Maybe they were yelling at him and he thought, I don't know. We don't know the whole story. Maybe he was just like, no, I know what I'm doing.
just full
We
Kimi
don't.
Räikkönen.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. I know. What
Leave
I'm
me
doing.
alone. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to pull the earpiece out of my ear and I'm not going to listen to you. Who knows? But my guess is that's not true. But, but anyways.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe, and we'll see you at your next one.
Leave us a comment.
Leave some comments. Tell us what you think happened. Yeah. And
Tell
what
us
was the
why we're
most
wrong.
exciting thing that happened at the Giro this year?
Roglic abandoning.